Good morning, all. I'm Madhusudan from Urja Energy. And yes, India is one of the fastest growing markets for cooling, as you mentioned. But India is going to be the biggest market for cooling in next 25 years. Just for numbers, there are about 2 billion air conditioners in the world today. And India itself will have about 2 billion of these in next 25 years. So that shows. But that is not the problem. The problem is an AC in, let's say, Munich or Madrid will consume far less energy than an AC in Mumbai or Delhi. So for the same AC, we are going to consume 4 to 6 times more energy. And that is where we feel our offering of cooling as a service is of great value. Because today, the incentives for any developer are misaligned. Like, it costs more. Why should I spend more? But of course, it saves money in long term, which the tenant is going to benefit. So that is the conundrum the developers are in, so for which we are saying we will assume that expense, so we put in CapEx, own and operate, and the entire central HVAC systems, like what you see in this building, for a monthly fee. So just like you get an electricity bill, water bill, gas bill, you will get a cooling bill. And this is not revolutionary. There are a lot of markets around the world. If you go to Dubai or let's say Singapore, you do have such services. They are at a very large scale and we are just miniaturizing them. So cooling as a service where our value proposition is that the customer does not purchase any equipment, no AMC, no manpower. They just entrust everything to us. These are long-term contracts of about 15, 20 years. And so we are almost like a mini distributed utility. So just like electricity bill, you have 2 line items in your bill. One is a fixed payment that you do, just like a demand charge that you pay for in your electricity bill, and then a usage charge. Few of the installations worldwide, even in Delhi, you have DLF Cyber City, which operates in this model. But the developer owns it. But in this case, we are offering for developers who don't want to own and operate that, where we can come in and do that. Most of the focus right now is in commercial buildings like hotels, hospitals, which have high air conditioning usage. But we do see residential market also having active discussions with top residential developers. The developers actually save almost about 250 rupees per square feet if they provide centralized cooling, and they can charge premium. 250 rupees works out to roughly about 10% of their costs. So there are 2 capital structures we have. We have secured a commitment of capital that is required to be invested in all these cooling as a service projects. The return expectations, as you all know, are different there, 15 to 18%. That is a different capital stack. But what we are asking for is $1 million US we are raising in equity to increase, basically for organization building where we need to have more feet on street, more active conversations. So this is our ask. Quickly, we've been around quite a bit offering these solutions and doing prestigious projects. Some of these are first in the world or first in the country, doing Leh Airport. That's world's biggest maritime heritage museum, monuments. So I'll stop here, and if there are questions, I'll be glad to take. Thank you. Go ahead. Yes. Not at this point. Data-centered, the supply chain is very structured. Right. Nobody wants to take risks for these, large data centers. There are vertices, and so they go with tried and tested, typically. So no, not for data centers as of now. Right?
Okay, no, we'll talk later. I think there's some ideas.
Sure.
Dr. Durga, you have a question?
What's the technology USP? I mean, I get your business model is leasing,
Right.
but what's the technology USP?
There is no one particular technology. There are 20 different things I can talk. So in that sense, we are technology agnostic. We use OEM technologies as well as our own proprietary ones. The way I see a centralized cooling system is combination of multiple systems which have thermo-electromechanical systems, and each component offers that. So,
So these R&D partners are the ones who deliver technology to you?
these are customers, these are R&D technologies. I can go back and show you on the technologies
Yeah,
if you want a list of these. These are all something that we have implemented on the ground, and depending on the project that we choose this. Thank you. I'll be around here, and we have a pop-up. Would like to talk to everybody who's interested. Thank you.